Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. With so many new players joining the Rust community in the last few weeks, I wanted to take a moment to create a guide for each monument that you might run into on your Rust travels. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the Tier 0 monuments, which consist of Lighthouse, Mining Outpost, Abandoned Cabins, Oxum's gas station, and the Abandoned Supermarket. My definition of a Tier 0 monument is a monument that can be fully looted without needing a keycard or any rad protection. In later videos, we'll be taking a look at the Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 monuments as well. The pros of a Tier 0 monument is that they are low risk, they can be looted without any rad protection, they can be a quick place to recycle your components, and they are usually pretty small monuments that can be looted very quickly. Some cons of Tier 0 monuments is that they generally have lower rewards, they don't usually have as many box spawns, there's less loot, and the loot that you get is generally going to be pretty low tier loot. You're almost always going to find brown boxes in the Tier 0 monuments, with the exception of the supermarket and the gas station. Those can spawn military crates as well, but in general you're going to get lower tier loot at the Tier 0 monuments. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at our first Tier 0 monument, the Lighthouse. Alright, so the first Tier 0 monument that we're going to be looking at is the Lighthouse. I want to do the Lighthouse first because generally this might probably be the first monument that you guys run into as a new player on Rust as you spawn on the beach. To get to the Lighthouse, you just swim from the beach out to the rock, climb up these steps, and then you notice as you climb the steps, there's a door. Okay, the first box is right here in this room right here. Along with this box there is a green card spawn right here. Green cards are used at Tier 1 monuments and occasionally at Tier 2 and Tier 3 monuments, but generally you need a green key card in order to use Tier 1 monuments. Okay, so then you're going to come out this door. There's some barrel spawns in here, barrel spawns in here. You're going to go up this ladder, up the stairways through here. There's barrel spawns in this room. You jump up onto this ledge and then jump up onto this ledge. There is a recycler in here that you can use to recycle your components. If you come up this ladder, there is a box spawn right here with barrels in this tower as well. You can climb up the lighthouse via the stairs. Okay, you can't go up any further here, so you have to go out this door and then climb up this ladder, and there is a box that spawns right here. Climb up these stairs and then up this ladder, and there is a box that spawns up there, so you have to come up around here, climb this ladder, and then you should be able to access this box from here. Okay, so that's the Lighthouse. Okay, so the Abandoned Cabins is another Tier 0 monument with really two main buildings that you can loot. This building has two box spawns in it. There's a box spawn here, so if you come in through this door, there's a box spawn right here. On this desk, this has got to be one of the rarest green keycard spawns in the game. Unless they've changed it recently, this does not ever respawn during the wipe. You can come then down this ladder. There's a box that spawns right here. Okay, coming out here we go through the swamp. There can be a box that spawns right here in front of this next building. Coming around inside this building then, there's a box that spawns right here. A lot of times it's a food box. I think it can also be a regular box too though. So that is the Abandoned Cabins. Alright, the next Tier 0 monument we're going to be looking at is the gas station. The gas station is a Tier 0 monument with multiple box locations. There are a couple of box locations that spawn outside of the gas station. One right here. One that spawns right here. And then there's also one that spawns right here in this cage. Inside the gas station you can crawl underneath this. There's a ladder that goes down. There's a recycler that you can recycle your components at right there. If you go down this ladder, there's three boxes that spawn here. Generally the stuff that spawns in here are things that you might find in a cave. So you might find high qual, you might find a little bit of metal frags, you might find a tool of some sort. You might find, you know, lantern hats and things like that. But generally, it's mining type stuff. Next to that little hole is a little car part box that could spawn to give you car parts. Another spawn for that is right here that could give you car parts right here as well. Coming into this room, to the right, this spot right here, if there's a box here, this spot is always going to be a military crate. Okay. The desk right next to this spawn is a green keycard. Again, green keycards can be used to loot tier 1 monuments, and then occasionally tier 2 and tier 3 monuments as well. But primarily tier 1 monuments are going to have green keycard puzzles. Okay, if you come through here, this room has all kinds of food boxes in them that you can use. In addition, this spot right here has a car box or car parts box. This room right here is the bathroom, and up above the toilet has another food box in it. Coming back through here, another door you can access. In here could be a box right here. There could also be food boxes, like one right here. There could be a food box. And then if you jump up here on these boxes, there's a ladder up here to get on top of the gas station. And then there could be a box spawn right here. And then if you come across the ledge over here, there could also be a box spawn right here. And there could be a food box spawn right here. So that is the gas station monument. The next tier 0 monument that we're going to be looking at is the supermarket. The supermarket is very similar to the gas station in that it can contain boxes spawning on the outside, so there could be a box spawn right here. In the back of this little trunk there could be a car parts box with car parts and scrap. Along the back side there's a recycler inside this cage. To get to access it, you just go through this little door. There could be a box spawn right here. There could also be a car part spawn right here. A box spawn on this ledge. If you climb up this ladder on top, there could be a box spawn right here. And then there's a one right here. Inside we have a room similar to the gas station where it's kind of like a little market. So there could be food box spawns on any of these shelves in here. If you come through here, this room right here has a box spawn right there. And this room right here, if there's a box here, it will always be a military crate. And then the green keycard spawns on the desk right here that you can use to loot tier 1 monument puzzles. So that is the supermarket. The next tier 0 monument that we're going to be looking at is the mining outpost. Now there are typically multiple mining outposts on every map, just like multiple gas stations. There's multiple supermarkets, there's multiple lighthouses. There are also multiple mining outposts. On this particular map, there are 1, 2, 3 mining outposts on this map. Mining outposts have actually improved quite a bit. They buffed the amount of crates that spawn in this recently. On the outside, there can be a car parts box right here. And then on the other side there can be a car parts box right here. On the inside there are multiple box locations. There's a box that spawns here, a box that spawns here, here, I believe a box can spawn here, a box that spawns here next to this recycler for you to recycle your scrap and components, a box that spawns here, and then inside this room there can be 2 boxes that spawn right next to each other right here. So that is the mining outpost tier 0 monument. There aren't any green keycard spawns in this monument though, so just keep that in mind. Alright, and the last tier 0 monument we're going to be looking at is the Junkyard. The Junkyard is actually quite a bit bigger than most of the other tier 0 monuments. As you can see from my fly over the top, there are multiple entrances to Junkyard. You'll see there's one here, there's one here. Alright, they're kind of entrances all around Junkyard, and it's pretty big, and it can be kind of intimidating if you don't know your way around. So there can be box spawns really in any of these little corridors through Junkyard. You can kind of explore through Junkyard and kind of see for yourself, but there is a box spawn that comes in this little, if you climb up this ladder and look in this little hole, there's a box spawn that's right in there. Right, you can come through and kind of
See, there's a box spawn that spawns in this little rusted crashed helicopter. All around on this little broken concrete building, there's a box that spawns, I believe, right up on top of here, and you can access it by jumping up on top of this little ledge here and then going across this path. You can go down any of these little paths right here. You can't actually get up on top of these hills, but you can go down any of these paths here and kind of see box spawns all around. There is a box that also spawns inside this little, I don't even know what to call this thing, this little half dome here. And then actually Junkyard can also have the Chinook crate drop on it, and if the Chinook crate drops, it'll drop right on in this little half dome as well. If we go towards the middle of Junkyard, you can see there's kind of like a middle section. This middle section can have a box that spawns up here, a box that spawns in this crate, and I believe that this box can be a military crate as well. And then there is a little jump up ramp right here that you can go up, and there is a recycler right here, and then inside this building on this desk right here there can be a green key card that spawns as well. So that's Junkyard. I would recommend just kind of exploring through each of these little corridors, each of these little tunnels. There is quite a few box spawns that spawns in there, so could be pretty profitable if you have this as a resource to go through near your base. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this guide to the Tier 0 monuments. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like and subscribe. I will also be releasing guides for each Tier 1, Tier 2, and Tier 3 monument, so be sure to stay tuned in the coming days for those videos. I specialize in fun and creative base builds, so if you enjoy that kind of thing, be sure to check out my other videos for those. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.